the West Coast, no two programs have rocked the establishment more than these two, and it's built a rivalry between them. It's been nasty at times. It's had its fair share of cheap shots and ruined seasons, all in the quest for the milk can. And the Broncos will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bulldogs' offense will come out first. It was the Bulldogs who chewed up the men in blue the last time they saw each other.
I mean, the Bulldogs went frying pan to the head of a proud Boise program and really asserted themselves. And this is a rivalry. These teams that play each other pretty consistently that usually have a lot of meaning on the line, Palmer.
And Boise State was asked.
Taking a shot on the first play. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Stands in and takes the hit. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Gets open down the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Caught in the backfield. It's Miranda. He's brought down, but he went backward yards after that completion. Not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Guys, they first played in 1977. They've had their battles in the WAC, the Mountain West, and here they are again today.
Yeah, they've changed conferences, and it's kind of an interesting rivalry, Palmer, because they don't play every year. But it's been kind of neutral the last 10 matchups, so good little rivalry, still budding, still blooming.
Yeah, it's a fun one to watch, David. This thing really kicked off back when Boise State joined the WAC, and that year they upset then number 8 Fresno State. I think that's when people around the country started paying more attention to this rivalry.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Just keeps swinging it. Got his man quickly. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Hold.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Fresno State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking for space. It's Cox. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to be playing.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that.
And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Third down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on third.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
Fresno State 7, Boise State 3.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense gets set for second down. Trying play action. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Makes the catch at the... But the ball pops out on the return. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Every punt returner is going to try to score a touchdown every time he gets the ball. All right? You got to do a better job, though, with ball security, understanding that you're not going to the house, but you can't turn it over and give it right back to the other team.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Rushes on him. The throw. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. So now it's second and long. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. That's caught. It's Miranda. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Powers through the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Fresno State right back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. From the gun, looking for a man. Under fire. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gonna look downfield again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Fires to the big fella. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. The Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got his man. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. On target to the left. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the 2nd half.
Boise State, 10.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Fresno State right back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miranda. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Fresno State.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the Broncos send out the punt unit. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They were on the move the last time they had it. Unfortunately, an interception ruined that threat. Now to see if they can put something together and have it pay off in points. He's moving out of the pocket. Got a little space. QB got it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Wide open, he makes the catch. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Boise State ready to send out that offense. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Boise State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Power football with the run. Got the 1st down and more. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Fresno State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And the Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. And then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He might want another play. After the run, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. This one's complete. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Release to the back. On target. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
He was open. He had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Buying some time. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fresno State. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Gets away from... He smashes his way through again. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Tight end now in motion. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Corners are going to bail. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Wants to throw again. They're working that left side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw for it. He's got it and still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the stick.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos! He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Here comes the heat. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. And back to the air on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. It's complete to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And this offense has had a good day, and more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season, bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Quickly complete.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Here's a heat. Firing deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
The RPO, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pressure coming. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested.
He lobs one high down the left side. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Great place to start for this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have gotten down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it down the middle. He picks it up, still on his feet. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. So the Bulldogs get the win over the Broncos, and you know Fresno State is going to relish this victory for every single second until they clash again. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.